Bodine52, how are you folks? You know, over the past week, my wife, Mrs. Bodine, has been out of town visiting her folks. And they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. But her being away is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Duke, my 2000 Road King Classic. I have not rode Duke in like 3 weeks, and my heart's pitter-pattering right now because we're out again. Woohoo! Alright, so many of you are like, dude, are you crazy for saying that? Well, two things. One is, Mrs. Bodine, my beautiful bride of 33 years, doesn't watch my YouTube channel that much. And I'm counting on those folks that are her personally that are watching this video not to call her and tell her to watch it. But I'm actually just kidding. It did come to my mind, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. We were actually talking about, if you follow my channel, you'll know that on Sunday nights, both myself, Bronco Ride, and Harley Day Rider do what we call a Sunday fireside chat with the boys, where we spend an hour talking about motorcycle stuff, laughs, we have a few cocktails, and we always have a guest. Whether it's a guest that's has some experiences other people don't. We have had guests that ride different motorcycles than us. We've had guests that have a ton of people follow their channel. We've had a bunch of people that are newer join as guests because we want to help them grow the channel and their channels and kind of give back as people did for us. But as we get towards the holidays, and we've done this religiously for 5 months. I think we may have missed one Sunday. Well, at some point when we get to... don't you love this? When you're out in the country. So, it's amazing things we do for a thumbnail, isn't it? I did that just for a thumbnail. Is that thumbnail on this video? Because I'm not sure how I'm going to tie those all together with the subject today. But anyway, as we get towards the holidays, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, you know, there's a lot of things that are probably going to start interfering with our ability to do these every week. So we're still working through, whether it's family, jobs, hunting, which I'm the one of the three that hunts pretty regularly. It kind of is going to impact that. So we're not sure if we're going to do one show starting, right before Thanksgiving. We'll have to start cutting back if we'll do one show that week and then one in December and get going back in January. We're not sure. But as we were having the conversation, we were talking about, do we do one? Do we stay away a week? I mean, the whole month or 6 weeks? Do we try to do one? And we love those. I mean, they are so much fun. But again, at this time of the year is really tough. And one of the points that I brought up was, we've all been around for a while. But once you stop doing something for a while, especially on YouTube. By the way, you see that barn with a flag on it and corn on it? How cool is that? I'm so glad I live out in this area where I got good roads, considering I live in the flatlands. I think that guy will mind if I go up and take a picture under his barn door. Focus, Bodine, focus. But we're going to have to get back, and people, at times, may forget about you. You don't want to do that, and we're a real small channel, and we have a lot of folks that are friends of ours that follow us. A lot of the same people follow us. So it's really cool for us. But, part of it's like, we do pretty good. We normally will have anywhere from 60 to 70, sometimes 80 people. And I know that there was one week we had 92. And on a live feed for an hour, at least for smaller channels, that's actually pretty good. And you don't want to lose that, but more you don't want to lose staying in touch with people. I don't ride Duke here as much as I ride my Ultra Limited Big Mama. And, you know, they're two different bikes. And I just recently did a video on, you know, summer with Duke. And how much every time I get on him, I'm like, I got to ride more. I got to ride him more. I got to ride him more. But, you know. So does that happen? Does when things go away, do you forget about them sometimes? So let's just talk about YouTube for a minute, and then we're going to talk about what's most important to me. There's a couple different channels that I followed religiously. They were small YouTubers like me, maybe a little bit more. We corresponded back and forth, talked back and forth, and they're gone. I mean, they actually posted a video, I think, the other day. It's been the first time in 3 or 4 months. And I had a conversation with them, and they said, you know, their account, they lost tons and tons of people that follow them and subs, so they feel like they're rebuilding their channel. And so I guess you come to YouTube to watch stuff, to be entertained, to learn something. But, you know, for me, I never really got rid of them or unsub them. By the way, if you have a motorcycle, don't put like the goofy little ear things on the top. Because guys like me will make fun of you, try to slow motion it, and put it out on YouTube. Not that I'm judging, but I'm judging. So you're kind of like, man, they're gone, it seems, right? And they're like, we don't know if we want to do this anymore. And I'm like, oh, that's awful. So then, it's, you know, the most important to me thing is it's friends, right? When you move away, even when you're younger, and if you moved away from your hometown, sometimes you lose friends, right? I know the best man at my wedding, who is in Texas. He's a golf instructor down there. We were college buddies. He was the best man at my wedding. And, you know, every now and then it's like happy birthday, you know, type stuff. And I know we're all so busy and stuff, but that seems to stink, right? I give you an example. Again, you follow my channel, you know that I've been good friends with Harley Day Rider for a good couple of years now, and we lived, 40 miles from each other, so we rode a lot. Our wives did a lot together, and did a lot of couple things, and now I've moved to Michigan, right? And had to do that for work, even though HDR says I just tried to move away from him. That's really not the case. Even though he was a smart ass one day, so I may have done it, but just kidding, buddy. But it's kind of like, you know, I don't see myself not, you know, talking to HDR for a long time, regardless of where he lives. And I get it, it's not easy. But, you know, and then there's friends that you just meet. Mrs. Bodine said about Bronco Ride's wife. This is what kind of got me to talk about this video as well. She's like, oh my God, she's great. She's just like HDR's wife. It's like we were old friends. Like we just got connected again. And I just wonder if it makes sense to have some of those connections again. I know you can't do that, but do you forget about them? I forgot about many. Probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't talk it and not do something about it, right? So, I don't know. Let me know if that happens to you. Does absence make the heart grow fonder as far as you're concerned? And if you reconnected with somebody that you hadn't seen in so many years, how did that happen? And is there somebody that you really want to reconnect with? And maybe this video is hitting home. I don't know. All right, folks, that is going to be it for me. I appreciate you checking in the channel. I'm going to enjoy this fall Michigan day. And make sure to please take care of yourself. And hug your loved one, and Mrs. Bodine would say. And make sure that you are going to go check on a friend.